Okay guys, we are back today with a quick 1-year ownership video of my 2017 Ford Focus ST. And with that actually comes a farewell video. So this is actually going to be the last video of this car in my ownership. It's probably going to be the last video of the car altogether, honestly. But that being said, I've had the car for 1 year. I bought it last June of 2017. It's June 2018 right now. So it's been 1 year. I put 13,500 miles on the car, and it's been basically all highway mileage. That being said, I had a work car that I put work miles on, and that took the daily abuse of a daily driver. That's what I did not want this to be. A lot of people daily these. I just, I didn't want this. This was too nice of a car. This is the nicest car I've ever owned. So I wanted to keep it nice. That being said, I thought I was going to keep it for a while, so I put a lot of money into it, and I put a lot of nice upgrades on it. And I took care of it. Like I said, I wanted to have it for a long time. But a few things have changed in my life, and I don't really need the car anymore, and I want to save some money. I don't have the luxury of having a new car bought for me. I just don't. So that I pay for everything. I pay my own insurance. I pay for everything. This car is all me. And so I want to be the responsible 20-year-old I am, and I want to save some money. And that being, I could save money and have the car payment, but I want to save a lot of money and just do more things with my money than have a car that's taking all that money. But anyways, I've decided to get rid of it. There's more priorities to life than a car, and people laugh at that, but right now for me, I just am not in the position to have a brand new car. When I bought it, I put a lot of money down on it, and I certainly owe less than it is worth, so I will be getting a little bit of money from the sale of this car, and that money will be used, of course, to buy another daily driver, hopefully a newer of a car. But this has to go right now, as I do have the Pontiac now. If you've seen those cold starts I've made of it, I've been teasing you guys with it. That car is mine now. I will put a video of that on the channel soon. But we'll get to this video on the car. I put 13,500 miles on it in the 1 year I've had it. The car sat through the winter time. It sat for about 4 months. I did not want any salt to see the car, and it still has yet to see it. I do believe the next owner is probably going to daily drive this, so it's it's going to see snow and all that stuff, but it's not my car anymore, so have at it. So in the year of owning the car, I'm just going to go over little things that I've done to it. Of course, I put the fog light covers on. They're still holding up really good. They're Lamex covers. They've taken some rock chips, but that's just typical wear and tear, and I was never really too favorable with these, but I left them on because they didn't really bother me. Picked up a few rock chips along the way. Again, it's mostly all highway miles, so there's some rock chips here, a little bit of, I have touch-up paint I'm going to give the next owners. This happened the first week I had bought the car, and I'm guessing that these flaps back here, it looks like one of them got damaged, so I would probably just remove those if I were to keep it any longer, just to get better airflow. But unfortunately, there's that right there. That's the only real thing that bothers me with the car. Other than that, it's been all done. We had the pinstripe put on, of course. These Michelin tires on the 19-inch RS wheels. I drove to Chicago to get those, and they look really nice with the red calipers in the back. And I said these are Michelin Pilot Sports. They're all season performance tires, and they're about 70-80% tread life. You're not going to get a long lifespan out of them. I believe they're 45,000 miles. So yeah, they look really nice. We have the little mud flaps right there that kind of keep everything off the car. I took all my stickers off, and I left the Michigan sticker on the back, actually, thinking someone from Michigan would be buying it. But it looks like the next owners actually live in Ohio, so I don't think they'll want that. But anyways, I put the little EcoBoost badge down there as well. It's a substitute for the Focus emblem. I think that's a nice little touch as well. Of course, the RS spoiler, we can't forget that. I get a lot of compliments on it, and I really get a lot of compliments on this car because it's done right, and it's really a clean build, and I feel like I have earned the right to brag about this car being a clean build. So looking at the lights here, I don't know if I featured it on the last video, but I actually had bought on the Focus Classifieds page, some guy was selling some European taillights, and they are the RS taillights as well. For those of you who do not know what that is, the RS or Euro taillights give you this LED runner right here, and it kind of cleans up the rear end of the car. Rather than having a halogen bulb distort the light in the back, it comes out a lot nicer in pictures. So there's all of that, and I included all the stock things with the car as well, such as the stock airbox, the motor mount, even the cup holders, and the stock shifter. So there's all of that. So the next owner's going to have all their stock things to put it back if he chooses to. So I made sure to keep that. I did all those upgrades to the car. Of course, we have the little tinted reflectors and the tinted third brake light up there, which really looks good. I'm surprised more people haven't done that. Other than that, it's been a great car. I, of course, had another rock chip right here. Just the way these wheels are positioned on the car, they kick up a lot of weird debris. And I also picked up a dent right here from one of the bikes in my garage, unfortunately. The plan was to daily drive this car and make the Pontiac kind of like a garage baby, I guess. But things have changed. I don't want the car payment anymore. And so the next owners, I took some money off and they'll get that fixed. And, you know, coming over to the interior, it's really hasn't worn a whole lot. I'm 6'1", I'm a little bit heavier. And I really haven't done a whole lot of wear to the seats. I've seen cars with half these miles beat up, so it's just all on how you take care of your car naturally. And it needs a vacuum. You have the WeatherTechs down there. Those are great floor mats. If I were to do it again though, I'd get Husky liners because they cover up the whole entire floor, including the top end of the dead pedal over there. But you know, they get the job done. So coming on into the interior, the car was actually built in May of 2017, so the car is a year and a month old, if you care about that kind of stuff. Foot on the brake or clutch. Here's the key right here, push to start, of course. And looking at steering wheel, it's worn really nice. It's not shiny or anything. I grip it right here. The leather is getting a little bunched up, but that's just the way I hold it when I drive. No really wear and tear at all in this interior. Like I said, you're gonna be hard pressed to find a ST like this with this mileage that doesn't really show a whole lot of wear on it. Door panels are really nice as well. We have the cloth inserts right here. Those are doing just fine. You have the automatic headlights, which I've come to really enjoy, and these headlights do swivel at night. So with the wheel, when you turn the wheel, the headlights turn, but they only do it when the headlights are in automatic mode. I am really gonna miss that feature. That's like one of my favorite features on this car, and you know, it's really cool. So we'll turn on the headlights right there, and the fog lights do come on automatically. So there you go. There's what the final mileage will be for the video. It's probably gonna have a couple hundred more before I get rid of it, but there it is. I've got 28 on the highway the other day. It's just kind of trickled down though from city driving. But looking at that, I have my phone holder right here. This is actually a Pro Clip USA phone holder. If you guys are interested, it's a really nice quality holder, and it's perfect. I do have my phone charger right here. It's like a foot long, so it's almost perfect when it's plugged in. Heated steering wheel, traction control, or sport mode. They have the little grips right here. And we do have the map right there. I can connect my phone, of course. All the music, we have your presets right here. You have your Bluetooth and just all your other things. And I actually do have a CD in here. I think it's Elton John, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, it's some old bootleg CD from the early 2000s, but we'll take that with me anyways. So looking at that, the short throw shifter from Ford, it's really short. And you do have to drive it to get used to it. You know, if you just jump into it, it's going to confuse you, and you're going to be like really just amazed at just whoa. Some people may not like it. E-brake, carbon fiber e-brake handle, center console. It's done a good job for what it's been asked to do. You can really pack your stuff in there. It's not too big though. But you have a USB and a 12 volt. And my Euro cup holders that I put in here. Not a lot of people have done this mod because these cup holders cost $200 to order from Europe. To some it may not be worth it, but for me it made sense because the short throw shifter. And if you want to drink, you can actually slide this cover right here, and your drink will not interfere with your shifting. So I justified it that way basically. And you can also move this around, so you know, it's a lot more versatile than the regular cup holders, and it looks really nice. That's something I'm going to miss about this car. I'm really glad I did it. It really cleans up the interior, if you're asking me. Then the passenger seat, of course, there you go. Not a whole lot of wear. I haven't really carried a lot of people in this car. When I hang out with my friends, I generally try not to take my vehicles because nobody really takes care of them. So there's all your maintenance, you know, records right there, and your just all the manuals that it comes with from the factory. I would have liked this to keep this, but I want to give this to the next people. They're gonna take care of the car. I have that vibe that the next owners are gonna care for it. So I'll leave a few extras in it. And the windows, of course, were tinted 20% with ceramic film. Coming to the rear, I believe I mentioned it in the last video, but if I didn't, I'll mention it again. I got bored over the winter time and I started buying things for this car that just really wasn't necessary. So there's these leather door inserts that are supposed to go over the cloth right there. And I had them custom made. It's red stitching to match the theme of the car. And basically I just haven't found a shop in my area local to do it. There's a few shops in Detroit down by where I work, but I don't feel safe leaving my car at some shop overnight down there, so it's just been kind of a thing I was hesitating on getting done. Armrest back here. And overall, the back seat's really nice. No wear at all. I mean, I've had a WeatherTech back here since the day I bought the car. Little storage pocket down here. Do have some dual mat pockets as well. And those Viper stickers, I don't know if I'd ever mentioned it, but I've just bought those on Amazon to put over the windows, just to kind of scare people away if they thought about breaking into it. One thing I don't like about this car is the cargo tray. Of course, you know, it's to be expected. It's a cover to hide your cargo, but higher boxes, of course, it's going to lift up like that. But other than that, the car has been fantastic. It's just been a fun car to drive, and I could probably see myself buying one of these in the future again. A really nice condition. It's taking care of one like this. They're not making the Focus anymore, but I can see these STs, you know, they're all over the place. They're always going to be around. I mean, for the next 20 years, it's going to be easy to get one of these. So maybe in the future, I will get another one. But, I've had my fun with it. I know what it is. You know, I don't have to get rid of it, but I'd like to choose to save a little bit of extra money. So it's going to go. Airbox right there. FS Works short bracket right there, and it is really hot under here. That is another thing I'm really not going to miss with the turbocharger. It's a fun car, but I don't know the longevity of this motor. I've spoken to a few engineers about these cars, and they test them with over 200,000 miles, and they are supposedly running really good. So I think the 2-liter is kind of their flagship motor anyways. So it's been bulletproof for the most part, but otherwise, I'm not going to miss all the complications with the turbocharged engine. And I'm certainly not going to miss the Focus community. It's quite frankly turned to shit. If you are a Focus owner watching this video, I hope you know what I'm talking about. And if you're part of the problem, you're probably one of the dislikes on this video. So anyways, guys, that is it. That's been the 1-year ownership of the car and the farewell. It's been a fantastic vehicle. I'm going to miss it a lot. But like I said, it's time to move on. And I've had my fun with it, so here it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed the car on the channel. And as usual, guys, thank you for watching. We will talk to you all later.